Give us a drink. Come on. All right. Piss off.
Come on, mate. I'll stay here. All right.
Looking for some fun, darling? Well, isn't this romantic?
Why does nobody love me? Why does nobody care? All I want is a quiet life with a little blood here and there. Here and there.
How long have you known about this? 8 weeks, and you're just using the pack now.
Yeah, and I bet you packed them out we booked. You're what a psychiatrist would call being unattended.
Yeah, and you're what a psychiatrist would and has called mental. So am I for flying off with you.
Yeah, right. Take me to Ballymena. Hi, this is Tommy Murphy. I'm not here right now.
Stop the bullshit, Murphy.
Hello.
So, how come you're jetting off somewhere nice and I smell like a 3-week-old chicken chow mein?
Because I slept with the boss. Wait a minute. You're the boss.
As I recall, there wasn't a lot of sleeping involved.
Shush now, you're making me blush. I've got to go, Annie.
All those dusky Spanish girls dying for a bit of freckle.
Oh, yeah, right. Like, that's going to happen with Bing Crosby here for company.
Yeah, well, if you'd made your move earlier, it could have been me coming with you.
If I'd made my move earlier, you'd have had me up on a charge.
Well, that's what keeps it interesting. Listen.
Have a good time.
Okay. Go catch the bad guy.
Polly. I did what I could.
Oh, yeah, Frank, sure. That is just what I'll be thinking when I'm down the dole next week. You screwed me over.
I was trying to help, actually. It was getting so obvious, you know?
People in glass houses, Frank. People in frigging glass houses.
Anyway, good luck.
Polly!
You're a hostile. How are you? You okay? You got anything for me?
He says you owe him.
I'm good for it. He knows I'm good for it.
well, where is it? Do you order it?
Yeah? We're gonna miss this plane, Murph.
I want a pint before we get on it.
Oh, all day long.
All day long.
Here we go.
Okay, hello.
I thought you were gonna bring that.
Yeah, I know. Hello.
First impressions. Same MO. Stone blade, probably a domestic knife. Multiple stab wounds.
Murphy. Why didn't she have backup?
She did. But by the time they realised what was happening... Don't.
Well, whoever it is doing wonders for the homeless figures. What? What'd I say?
She's one of ours.
Oh, bloody hell. Why didn't someone tell me?
Murphy! Murphy! Oh, come on, Murphy! This is getting boring! Murphy!
Murphy.
Turn it off. Turn it off, you bollocks.
It's 3 days since the deaths of actress Polly McKenna and an as yet unidentified homeless woman, the latest victims of the killer, who's becoming known in some areas of the press as Jack the Ripper, not just after the infamous 19th century killer, but after this play which made Polly McKenna a star.
Murphy, I know this has been tough.
Blah, 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 blah.
What?
Blah, blah, fallen colleague. Blah, blah, didn't die in Gideon. Blah, blah, what she'd have wanted. Blah, blah, pull yourself together, man.
All right, there's no need to
Blah,
get sarcastic.
blah, Judy, blah, blah, closure, blah, blah, blah.
Right, you've made your
Blah,
point.
blah,
Look.
blah.
Oh, for Christ's sake!
How was Annie's funeral?
There hasn't been a funeral. She won't be buried until the killer's caught. Her family have given us permission to keep her ID under wraps. You know how it is. These are Annie's information, reports on the victims, scenes of crime, forensic...
What the hell gives you the right...
Oh, what the hell gives you the right, eh? She was my colleague as well, Tommy. It's not about you, it's about her. We're throwing everything at this and you should be part of it. I know it sounds like bullshit, Tommy, but it is what she would have wanted. And you can either lay here in this squad or you can get up and do something about it.
Blah, blah.
tourist industry's been hit. Women are afraid to go out onto the streets. The press are tearing us to shreds, and the mayor doesn't seem to appreciate that it's a little bit more complicated than traffic management. But all that's immaterial. What matters is that 4 women have been savagely murdered, including one of our own. We not only have the capability, we have the responsibility to sort this out now. We need results. Now, it's been 72 hours. Best we've come up with so far is some CCTV.
How's he doing?
Usual speech, different names.
This was taken 1 minute after D.I. Guthrie and Polly McKenna went down. That's less than 30 metres from the murder scene. It's not great, and we're not expecting a huge response. Now, this man would appear to be homeless, but may not be, and may or may not be called Mickey. He's the best we've got so far. He's out there somewhere, even if people like this are notoriously hard to find. And we also know that D.I. Guthrie had been targeting a number of hostels where the victims had stayed. Obviously, their inmates, guests, whatever, won't take kindly to a uniformed presence. So these will be assigned to our undercover officers immediately. Any questions?
Can I emphasise to our covert human intelligence sources that just because you're undercover, it doesn't mean you can't keep receipts. Not looking at anyone in particular.
Right. Deirdre Malik, age 42, alcoholic, homeless. Ali Mahood, Iranian asylum seeker, also homeless. Polly McKenna, 28, actress, not homeless. And Annie. Maybe Polly McKenna was killed because she saw the attack on Annie.
Right. What do you know about St. John's where Annie was talking of going undercover?
Well, Malik and Mahood were both regulars there. It attracts all the alkies that are too pissed for the other shelters, and the crackheads that get turned away from everywhere else. It's real Old Testament, but only poured in a storm.
What are you looking at?
Just keep walking.
Did you see enough ginger bob, do you? Hey. All right, we do. Here, last time I saw legs like that, they were on a catwalk. Any chance of a snog? Hey, look, I don't want you to get the wrong impression, like, you know. I mean, I enjoy a chink with... Here's me, enjoy a chink. I enjoy a drink with the best of them, but I'm not like, you know, an alcoholic. Tell you the truth, I'm undercover, it's a big case and all, you know. But I get off work at about 6 if you fancy a drink. Didn't fancy it anyway. Here, have you got any sisters? Have you got any sisters, he says? What about you, lads? Where's it going?
OK, sir. That's enough of your foul, abusive language.
Oh, where he fuck?
Do you want us to take him, Constable?
I think that might be a good idea.
This is your 2-minute call. On stage in 2 minutes, please. Thank you.
I understand Polly McKenna's contract wasn't going to be renewed.
There were certain artistic differences with her leading man.
Nothing to do with the high level of cocaine in her system.
Look, detective, in this business, almost anything goes as long as it doesn't interfere with the performance. But if it does, then it's the actor that has to go. How are you doing?
How do you think I'm doing? I can't get Polly out of my head. I suppose a better actor would use it.
This isn't method acting, Frank. This is a musical by someone who used to be in Hot Chocolate. The police are here. They want to talk to you.
Me? Oh, great. Oh, well, that's just what I need. Excuse me.
Looking for some fun, darling? Well, isn't this romantic? Just do it.
You want smokes?
Not for me, mate. No one ever tell you they're bad for you. I stick to the meths.
Methadone. You want methadone?
No, mate, meths. Alcohol.
You want smack?
More now on the series of horrifying murders in Theatreland. The latest theory being put forward is that the killer may be trying to copy London's most notorious serial killer, Jack the Ripper, and is trying to clear the streets of what...
It's a jungle out there.
They don't call it jungle anymore, they call it rainforest.
It's a rainforest out there. Doesn't have quite the same ring to it. It's a rainforest out there. It's a rainforest out there.
Name?
Murphy. Thomas. Tommy.
From?
God's little acre. Sorry, Northern Ireland.
Becca! Shit. I warned you about going behind
Sorry. Sorry.
Name?
Tommy Murphy.
Have you stayed with us before, Tommy?
No, I have not.
Okay. Sign here, please. You're limited to 3 nights in any 1 week. We provide meals, and there's a fridge which is operated on a basis of trust. There's also an evening service. It's up to you whether or not you participate, and there are also counselling sessions which are voluntary. But attendance entitles you to points towards an extra night's stay. Do you understand?
Oh, absolutely. But I God's air miles.
Women's dorm down there. Do I have to say it's out of bounds?
Yes, several times. Has Mickey been in?
This is your bed.
No, it's all right. Mickey and I are home workers. He's a small guy, straggly hair.
Yeah, I know who Mickey is, Mr. Murphy. And if I had £1 for everyone who's asked me about him, well, I wouldn't be working here. And no, he hasn't been in. And I think we know why. That is not funny. And I'm sure it's not true.
Do you know that there's a name for people who lick makeup?
Sorry,
Before you ask, it wasn't me who got Polly the sack. She got it herself. She was taking so much coke, her head must have been hollow. Yeah, all right, it's part of the business, but discretion is the name of the game.
Who was her dealer?
Look, I killed her every night on stage. And that was the extent of our social interaction.
Mr. Jeremy,
if you would just let me get changed.
Of course.
Thank you.
Lads, I'm looking for Mickey. Anyone seen him knocking about?
What do you want Mickey for?
That's my business.
I shagged him. So do you think I'll go to hell? Look here. Like you wouldn't if Norris gave you the chance.
Praise the Lord, praise His mercy, and reach out for your salvation. Sandra, why don't you come on up here? Come on up here with me, child. Now, people, I am always telling you that we can rise above this cycle of destitution, of drugs, and of alienation. And now, I can give you the evidence. Sandra here, God bless you, child, has secured herself a job at Bankside Hospital. Let's hear it. Talk to me. All right, Sandra, let's sit her down. Yeah, child, it's all hard. Friends, quiet! Quiet! Quiet now, please. Friends, I have just been given the very distressing news that Susie West End has tonight been murdered. There is such evil in this world. Now, we all know Susie was a lovely, beautiful young woman, but her life was blighted by drugs. And this is where it leads. Now, she is not the first of our friends to die like this, and she will not be the last, because unless you grasp the hand of the Lord, that is where you are all going.
Oh! Stole my sandwich, Irish bastard!
You're new here, so let me tell you something. You have to treat it like boxing. Obey the rules, defend yourself at all times.
What does that make you? The trainer or one of the judges?
There is only one judge.
Oh, aye, big fella, white beard. Ow. Tell me this, Reverend. All of us, the druggies, the alcos, the great unwashed, what's your conversion rate? How many do you save? Do you have, like, targets?
It's quality, Mr. Murphy, not quantity. I make one good save. That's worth more than 100 junkies offering their souls for somewhere to sleep.
But what counts as a good save? Would you get, like, extra brownie points for whoever killed that week or the night?
No, you get extra points for someone who doesn't even know how low they've fallen. And sometimes they're right under your nose.
Right under my nose is my mouth, and it says bollocks.
I'm gonna look forward to our counseling, Mr. Murphy.
That'll be the day, what? Heck out! Get off.
No, I ain't got nothing.
You never last.
You talking to me or Chin or Breck?
We will all grieve, Sandra. But you can take comfort knowing Susie is with God now. It is her deliverance.
I'm scared.
I know. You draw strength from me. Don't be afraid. There is evil out on those streets, but God will protect you. You can walk without fear. Remember that.
Sorry.
What did they drink at the Last Supper? Judas Iscariot. Judas Iscariot. Blasphemer!
When am I going to see you for your counseling, Mr. Murphy?
Oh, aye, right. I wouldn't miss it for the world, but I have to miss it to sign on. Dole office waits for no man. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll catch you later, all right?
The Lord hath infinite patience.
You'll need it, pal. Oh, here, pardon me, mate. Excuse me, mate. Have you got the price I call a tea, huh?
How you doing?
How do you think I'm doing?
Yeah, I brought you something. Wear it under your shirt, you'll smell like a Scandinavian pine.
Suze Weston was alive yesterday.
Sorry.
Here.
What's that? Oh, tell me you didn't nick this. Tommy, you know he can't use anything if you stole it.
Just take it, will you? See if you can ID as many of the guests as possible. Run a check on them. Anything from the scene of last night's murder?
We did have a witness, but she did a runner before we could talk to her.
She's at the hostel. She's scared of being deported. I'll try and get to her.
And the super's been waving a psychiatric profile around.
Anything we can use?
Nothing we haven't seen before. And Polly McKenna's on coke and Suze Weston's a crackhead, so he's big on dealers as well.
No, that narrows it down.
Any joy with Mickey? So, how's the accommodation?
Hot and cold running sores. What do you think?
It's been investigated by the Charities Commission.
What for?
Set up by a trust fund a few years ago. Since Norris took over, the accounting's been all over the place. They're getting a bit twitchy about where the money's been channeled.
Get one to Interpol and see if he's tried anything like this before. Oh, here, mate, come on. Just the price of a cup of tea. It's no much else. Sure, look at the price of your coat. Have I left it too late to become a rent boy? Don't hold back now.
You want money? You take it. Sell it, and we split profit. Murphy, relax. I am your friend. You sell, you smoke, up to you.
Street life, mate. All the news is fit to print. Only a crop of sides. Street life, love. Really? Oi, hey, oi, here.
Oi!
Of all the crack houses around the world, she has to walk into mine. How's it going? I hear, look, I'm sorry about the other night. Your mate got killed and I just started slobbering. It must have been terrible.
No, it was great.
Did you know her long?
Out here, a cold night in December is a long time. A few months.
Was it him they're looking for, the Mickey fella?
You want all the gory details?
No.
Is that what gets you off?
No, I just want to be able to cross the street if I see him walking towards me.
I didn't see him. For all I know, it could be you.
Me? Me? Sure, I'm Capricorn. It's much more of a Gemini thing, eh? Here, do you fancy a drink? How long did I consult the wine list? Can of 10 and super. Empty. Some dual-purpose rocket fuel. Gets you really pissed. Plus, you can strip paint as well. And finally, a bottle of Castillo Periota Reserve, rescued from a skip at the back of Langan's Brasserie, corked and slightly smeared with cauliflower cheese, but otherwise in fine condition.
I do not drink.
Oh, right, aye. You're clean living then.
Your weekend friend. You're dealing for him now.
Well, no, not exactly. It's more like a pyramid scheme type thing, you know?
Sell to me. I have no money, but I'll pay you later.
Aye, well, I'll be worth the paper it's written on.
You do not trust me.
Well, that's not a trust.
So you sell to me.
Well, what? What, a hire purchase? You know, stamps and approval. Money back in the empties. Lay-away plan. Not that I mean lay, obviously. I mean, no!
Okay, forget it. What do you care?
No, it's not like that.
Okay, I'll get it somewhere else. Out there on the street. If that's what you want, that's what I'll do.
No, Beck, I know. Maybe I could,
Hello, Frank. What are you doing here? Oh, you never call. You never write. My feelings are hurt.
You don't have any feelings.
Oh, yes, I do. I'm feeling poor. My customers keep dying. So maybe I tell the papers about you and Polly.
All right, look, what do you want?
I want your love, Frank.
How old are you, Becca?
18. Always 18. What about you, Irishman? Why do you live like this?
It's a career, Brack. Bad marriage, bad job, bad drink.
Lots of people have that. Don't end up here.
Somebody died.
Was it an accident?
No, it was murder.
I come to this country to be rich. Richard Branson. A man offered me a job. But you're right. The streets are paved with shite.
Job not all it was cracked up to be.
Bad man. Though, whore and junkie, pretty good get ya.
I've met a lot worse. Norris seems to like it.
I can see in your eyes that you do not like Reverend Norris. But he is a good man. He is strong, and I'm weak. He is, how you say, the tunnel at the end of the light. I have to go to work.
Is this it?
Yes.
Okey doke.
So what? I gave the lady no chance to
Hello,
swim.
darling. You looking for some fun?
Next job, I had to clip the lady's ears off.
It's your money, love. But you haven't got all night.
You all right, Frank?
Excuse me, mate. I'm looking for Becca.
Becca's gone home.
Well, I was waiting over there.
She uses a back exit to avoid the perverts.
Whoa. Do you know who it is?
I think I know who it is!
That's enough, Constable. Let him through.
Same MO, except this one doesn't look like she's homeless.
No, she is. She's innocent, Jonas.
So that makes 5 of them. We have a match in one of the fake names in the guest book, Polly McKenna. She stayed with them for one night a few months back, completely wasted. They had no idea who she was.
What about Norris and Interpol?
No, they've been onto the FBI, nothing there. So they're having to trawl through all the state and county police departments. And there's only about 10,000 of those.
Shite. the knife. Where is it? Where is it? He was going to kill you.
He couldn't kill.
What?
Look at his hands.
I could not.
I saw you with the police. I ran.
They wanted to know who the dead girl was. It was Sandra from the hostel.
Everyone thinks he's guilty, so he has to hide. But I know he does nothing, so I bring him food. You see, Murphy, you look out for me. I look out for him. Norris teaches us.
Oh, I get it. It's a Good Samaritans. It's a Good Samaritans on crack cocaine, but nevertheless, it's a Good Samaritans.
I'm just trying to help. None of us want to be here.
The Peters are convinced that you're guilty. They've got a tape of you with that actress.
I take drugs from Vuitton.
But why hide if you're innocent?
Wouldn't you? Police, everywhere same.
Did you see who did it?
You are joking, surely.
I have it on the word of a drunk, disabled, homeless Serbian.
Frank Jeremy is a star. The man hasn't missed a show since the start of the run.
Which means that between 6:30 and 10 p.m. he was in the West End. All of the killings took place within a square mile of here and within hours of the show finishing.
Which means we'd have to arrest half the actors in London. It's circumstantial at the extreme. There's no motive, there's no murder weapon. The most we can say is he might have had an argument with Polly McKenna. It's just not enough to bring him in.
But it's enough for surveillance. It's enough to find out if anyone can vouch for him at those times, those places.
You're not going to come in and argue this one for me, are you?
Oh, Jesus.
Dear boss, I'm down on whores and I shan't quit ripping them until I do get buckled. Grand work the last job was. I gave the lady no time to squeal. Yours truly, Jack the Ripper.
Looks like old Frankie's been taking his research a bit too seriously.
Carter.
Frank Jeremy's getting careless. He just picked up a stash from St. Jonas. That's our connection.
Hello?
You gave Becker the drugs!
Tommy?
She'll pay me back.
You pay! Otherwise, I knife you and I knife the whore!
Have that on account. Becca.
Mr. Murphy. Well, if the mountain won't go to Mohammed, you ready for your counseling now? Come on in. Come on in.
You hypocritical shite. You couldn't leave her alone, could you? She's only a kid. She thinks you're some sort of god.
Now, you do not understand.
I understand plenty.
I am saving her. This is God's work.
Bollocks.
You have to know evil before you can destroy it.
Leave her alone.
Looking for some fun, darling? Well, ain't this romantic?
I just want it to
Frank Jeremy, I'm arresting you for the offence of assault. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention and question something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand?
All mates now, are we?
Why are you so sad, Irishman?
No. If I had money, if I could take you away from all this, get you off that stuff, and somewhere decent to live.
What are you talking about?
You're only a kid. You shouldn't be out here. You shouldn't be with arseholes like Norris.
What? So I could be with arseholes like you?
No,
He's changing the world, and I'm helping him.
He's not changing anything. He's...
You know nothing! You think you could help me? Look at you.
Becca! Becca!
Murphy! Murphy!
What?
Frank Jeremy just tried to kill his leading lady. You got him, Tommy. Come on.
I need a shower.
You need a power hose, mate.
Yes, and as I keep telling you, I have never hurt anyone in my life.
But you tried to strangle your co-star.
I'm an actor. I was acting, detective.
You really didn't have to humiliate me in front of the audience.
I saw the show. He humiliated himself months ago. You wanted to be the one, didn't you?
Doesn't work like that.
Should.
Hillary, did Interpol come up with anything on Norris?
I've no idea. Haven't we got our man?
You're psychotic! High on coke! You think you
I
actually
want to
are
be sure.
the Ripper and you start killing people!
All right.
Yes!
I'll see what I can do.
Molly threatened to expose you, so you killed her too! Just like the others!
Except somebody saw you, Frank. So you killed her as well. She was just another down and out. Why wouldn't you? But she wasn't, Frank. She was a police officer, Frank!
And we can place you in the vicinity of every single murder at the right time! And by the time forensics are through with you, we will have you by the balls!
No, you won't. Because I didn't.
And what were you doing then, Frank? Window shopping!
I was, having sex, actually.
Every night for 7 months.
Regular as clockwork. Used to be he was down the tunnel like a Jack Russell. Now he likes to talk. Pulls the bloody arse off me.
Lord, give me the guidance to do your will.
Reverend William Norris, a.k.a. William Devine, a.k.a. Michael DeWitt.
Amen.
3 years spent in a psychiatric institution. Shite.
3 counts of bigamy, 1 of sexual harassment, 1 of fraud.
4 women connected to the hostel are dead. Only screwing Becca. is she?
Her shift just finished. She's gone.
I've seen the light, Becca. It stops now and forever. I do not want to hurt you.
You can't do this.
Becca?
I love you more than life itself.
It is not love.
Becca!
I
Leave
was
her.
weak.
On your knees, you sad bastard.
Wait! You are right. I am trying to finish it.
6 women dead. One of them was my friend. Hey! It's okay, Becca. It's okay. It can't harm you now.
I gave you love!
What are you talking about?
Those whores! They tempted you. They used you. They defiled themselves, not you.
It was a mistake. I was weak. Look at you.
A mistake? You can't say that. I did it for you. I did it for you.
You did what?
I killed them for you. I saved your soul. I can lead you towards sunshine, where you can walk without fear.
Becca, stop.
Where you can walk in the darkness, but you have such light around you that evil cannot consume you.
Becca!
I love you!
A friend of mine once said, Rome wasn't built in a day, but the parts of it were. Which means that if you can do a little bit, you do a little bit, and eventually it all adds up. That's what Annie was doing. And it's what we should all try to do. Sometimes it's more important than catching the bad guy. It has to be, for all of this to make sense. Goodbye, Annie. Rest in peace.